in the Chibok. So as early as in the morning, she told her husband that this thing that has happened, let's go to Chibok in order to see our daughters. And when they came to Chibok, and they go to one of their brother's house, and the man is trying to give them something to eat, she said she will not be able to eat until she see her daughters. And when they went to the school, she discovered that everything there was burned, and she tried to locate where their hostel is that she normally visited them. When she reached there, everything was burned. And at that particular point, she began to be, all her body is shaking, and until when somebody strengthening or somebody help her. If not, she's going to fall at that particular point.
Let me come back to you, Mary, and our hearts go out to you, mothers. We identify with you. Let me go back to Mary, Asabe's mother. Maybe Mary might have heard that in the middle of your grief, there are some commentators that are suggesting that perhaps the girls weren't really abducted. Mary, what do you think about such a sentiment?
Bisungwa akwasaka tindiga brinji dikrala kwar kibakne antu ya yuwa ndilakara dinga perkola kan kwembi amma ndilaka mzigala brishanga kwa indifati akwasaka ndangwa wani iri dinga tiga kri
sakatan trafatan kwayane antu ya toa anton kwanam tarapu ikambul baji ka khuyasi apre mere ada chikrna tetwa angra asabe mari kwarne dar pobaji kwarna meri nare agan kwarman stovani dar pol jwa anton kwanda se ka halebrum iya taga tatwa kamyan kwarngian dar pobaji kamataye ama dar atanta ko mai daratasi anti gabri gnam darnam tara di tanglang kamama tasivwa menaka gnam tara laka di abohul za CV kwarna adiwa ase akwasa kata dartra dina ndema ka machine ahli wala ta dargadan ka bata fatika pogo matari.
She said when this thing happened, by the time that these people are going with them in the bush, some of the girls, they were able to fall from the car, and then they were able to escape. And when they came home, when they saw Mary crying, one of the girls said, don't cry, we escaped together with your daughter, and by the grace of God, she's coming home. And Mary said, as far as you escaped together, and now you already come home, and she never come, and up to today, she's still in the bush, how possible? Not knowing that by the time that these girls escape, there are these people that have carried them, some of them are on the motorcycle. So when they discover that some of them have escaped, then they are still carrying them on the bike and then take them to the Sambistas forest.
But what does Mary feel about the idea that perhaps they were not abducted? Perhaps this is politics. Perhaps it's a trick.
Amangwa mamangwa tiganga apa tna hangwa hawi mama ndai fatiti darmo anene kithir siyasa kurmai ndede ala dar mimo anene madi jirnwa mamangwa tiganga
so sando ahani se ndo fato kungwarnga kumarjama kuda tsantala ga prdzadiwa saka tantara ga se na hani wema ya mamaki ahani kiriyan manu ndaga passer ana iv salne tan da su zo yi tan da su zo ho madarna sang ato ale han karakter tra shang akwa kher city zwan ta ka ba ma atiwa.
She said that when this thing happened, she only believed that her daughter is part of her life and she came out of her body. So there's no any kind of politics, there's nothing that will turn her mind not to believe that her daughter has been taken away from the school. So at that particular time, all of them, all the families are just crying.
Monica, the very idea that perhaps it's not true that the girls were kidnapped. Maybe this is politicians What do you think about that notion?
Sakata da taraga apradi jirwani to santalera pri yere da ka wai mata kirwa ko gwamnati ta banati adiwa tunda yere ko kutamal ma yar kuzu ga amma koitin tarafata ko mata ne ga ka tarakre kana ka adi jirwani da tanuwa ne an santalera pri yere da ka duwa.
When she heard that these things is moralized politics, it is not true. What came to her mind is that she discovered that there's nobody that can stand for them, nobody can fight for them, and that's what has happened. If not, there's nobody that can tell lies about this kind of happening. And at that particular point, all of them burst into cry, and because they discovered that they are helpless.
Ruth, when Monica says there's nobody that can fight for us, nobody cares about us, the government, the army, everybody, foreigners, they say that they're doing their best. What do you think?
Wengwa apati mama Monica angwa prisaka tindenga pri hawinde fatwa nwa amadaga bayangwa gwamnati sojojin Najeriya kakanjina makwa kasar waje tara CV tidar gabar da ya kwakwalin wa tidara baran koyar ne kasa gungwa mutiga hata kare
nana kosa kanam tusun wizi nam tiar livi tiar mori apita ulang kwarna wani tinkra tinda hani teachers zangerin kwarna da koyar tin fati amma in kra apri kyal gaga ka dina ma pr suban koyar ne guzindi saka tusun becin kuma tidar suba yita zindu ama ga kyal guzindi apata gtara hinta tara ta vitra kuma ta ga gali dina ki bata kuma ma pr an kat dar kurai so latni ka fitin tabar ci sama ga ma pr apr kun karabul sa ka ayar ngaci ga pr kala baran sun laga wadda ba ta saba ci sun iku ce rima ya ka gidina baragan sani da foi kala ga kanyar nam ti ga banam tara ko cina ga kimtali nam tin krapri sakalaka yi kasa kuma sakalaka bikirna da hanya ta nana tara tara yi ba ko sakanda.
When she heard of these things, by the time that she reached the school, what came to her mind about all this saying that it is not true, people are working out the way they will come home, the only thing she said is that she said, God, if it is your will that two of my daughters, I will no longer see them again, prepare a better place for them. But if it is your will that they are coming back home, bring them so that we will rejoice together. And that's how she put her faith in God.
Ruth, I hear you, and by the grace of God, your daughters will return. All Nigerians feel that way, and we're praying fervently. But Ruth, how do you feel about the 3 girls that have been freed and that we have?
Zapre maka barkar hyal root kwerna si. Amangwa anung kwerna makr anzai tara kuya saba nungwa mamangwa tuga hanga tu magula tu dar we dugubani.
Ya ula ta hyala pan nane ya ta saba pan bidar saba nam saka di hyali dinara ma kosa kanam ti kasa ndari yari nam duguni daga lebin sa ula ta na ko mata ma zari kalanwa zari wi dubo amma pas ni ta sa ngatin kralebri zago san bisa kon sakman mo to ya dan abud zindari vinam tu zago ita zuno yi ko sai hyal kawai.
She said her belief is that as these 3 girls escaped, one day her daughters also will come home. And another thing she said is that when these girls are taken to Sambista, somebody told her that one of her daughters, somebody saw her and she's not feeling fine, she's not okay. But one, that is Godia, that she made mention. About Godia, she haven't heard anything about her since she was taken by these people.
Mary, shortly after that horrible day on the 14th of April, Boko Haram put out this video showing, those they told us are the girls that had been abducted. You must have seen that video, and what did you think? Were you searching in there, looking for people you know? I mean, just when they released that video, what did it do to you?
Wai agla tu virtang se magar for the tisne faru nziar nari dar kli hotar koyar mura no wante dar antana la dunya walnam tu dar fatte dar puite dar antungwa gungwa gula kan tsaga ngwa kuma mafir gula ngwa mutiga hadin hata kri atakran koyar na tin santini apriyar fatu dar yara din tati dar na
saka tin tara fara tsana mo hinan tara lka wole ngo kwarangra lagar kirna kwa jika khuyasi galai apri ilo mari kaga lka wula fatanda anda asabe akwa andi gapi ya muziki marwa ana madarna sanka hiataka khui kalka wole agla tamader na lga wula anta dar ka wula kwar mamadan antar ka khuyasi baka to atakroi anta dar ga mama anda asabe kwana ana sanga yar farato.
When she was told that this picture was released, one of her in-law come and tell her and say, come and see your daughter. She's one of those girls that has been taken away. And she said she was not able to go and see her. But some of her children went to that particular place and they saw Asabe. And when they came back home and told her that, really, mommy, we have saw Asabe, one among the girls.
That is on the television, on the video. They were able to identify
Asabe. Yes. And when the report came through her children, then all the families burst into crying and tears.
And by now, everybody in the family, the extended family, everybody is aware of this situation. Okay, let me ask Monica the same story. Were you able to see Saraya when that Boko Haram video was released of all those girls in the hijab?
Ita wulatin director ma nda tsana ka aksha nam ta zakhiyati to apapakan da na makatuta a hiyati agalda.
She said directly she didn't saw her daughter, but according to the way she know her action and attitude, she can easily say that she's one of the girls that are carrying the flag. That's what she perceived, but directly she cannot point out that really she saw her daughter among the girls.
Monica, let me ask this question of Mary, who actually saw her daughter on that Boko Haram video. How did she feel when she saw Asabe in a hijab?
We sakata madar ngala ga dar wala Asabe nwa mem sakata ga hanga dar hakrala lutar dar ni mem tiga hanga wa
sakata monde anta dar kasika hal per mama Asabe ko video nda ama ndo hakrala dar hima sakata tara hakrala dar hima ni jinam Asabe jidar hapti hima na ka litar raitar krare anta dar wala kamar ne parago anti ka haberto tenda inna hani asir ada ka yeder noa tentara ketaka hakra lari maka yeder hyal verti tara seba dar ndaka kre ka hyal bana kan kwarna utejo wa me yita damchini je kamyar ka himantan hakra laro.
When her children told her that mommy we have saw Asabe, but she was wearing hijab, and she said that one doesn't bother me because since she was forced to, it will not shock me, but my belief is that anytime she is out of that place, she will no longer wear that kind of thing. So she strongly believed that whenever she came home, she will no longer wear the hijab again because it's not part of her life.
And Ruth, first of all, everybody was saying, all Muslims have said that their so-called conversion to Islam was totally unacceptable. The Sultan of Sokoto himself said that it's not allowed, and so it was just nothing. So, but first of all, did you see your daughter in that Boko Haram video?
Gnam marut nam tangwa gula dugon kwer na kwa video nam tinjia na hamdani. She said she didn't see any of them.
Okay. How about when you heard the report that all the girls that were abducted and that were shown in the Boko Haram video were wearing hijabs? What did that do to you? Did it affect you?
Sagatunga dungwa pershangan kwer ntene fatene kam de hakrala dar luter muslimi kurunda kasa sagatunga dungwa mendengar ngwa.
Dengar na ko kure ita saka ngati ma ko vrindar ma dengar na de yang kra dig mas nam tin yalla dar afradi ndar nu fir khel wa nur kumr za za trata kumr za nirhial antuda mazisi zamzin klirhial ya ankra ma mane metangat bo harama perhazu himara lankoi to himar kuma andana ma ko Lagos nam zirana tarawul mazda halebun ko yarna ko kuma yitin so yita wulwa kuma himari gudan birsa fursu kade kumurza za kunta tana ko dunya.
She said when she heard of this, since she has never seen any of them among the girls, but when she heard of that, she said all her belief is that wearing that hijab is not her problem. But all she believes in God is that whenever she is out of that place, what they have given, the way they have forced them to join this kind of thing, it is not with their own, it is not by their will. So whenever they are out, then it is finally, they will no longer be part of it again. So it didn't make her to be scared.
Mary, I want you to tell me, as the program is coming to an end now, but I want you to tell me, Mary, are you hopeful that these girls are going to come back, just like the 3 that we have? We don't want to actually bring them on. We want to protect them. There's no need to bring them on. But we have the 3 girls that escaped there. We're not going to go into details of how they escaped, but that your daughters are also going to come back and join you.
Gaga hamda jira firfirla kan wa pan koyar na magarin koyar kwarin ata si kada sababati dar sabani